Romancing the Dungeon is intended for mature audiences as this show contains adult themes. Not those kind of adult themes, just sensitive stuff that some audience members may find upsetting. Content warnings for specific episodes can be found in episode descriptions.
Tell me why I'm so alone when I know you're here with me.
You're listening to Romancing the Dungeon, a softcore D&D podcast about heroes navigating their daily lives while looking for love in a world full of peril, monsters, and heartbreakers.
Are you lonely, miserable, or just plain horny? Well, you've taken the first steps to solving your problems. At least your dating ones. Welcome to D8. Devoted, desired, dreamy or dirty. Dapper dates for dejected daters. My name is Roz Greypurse, founder, CEO, love wizard, and wedding officiant. And if you book now, you can avail of our annulment/divorce discounts for when the inevitable happens. Are we still not finished with these goddamn questions? Whatever, okay. What are the top 3 social situations you try to avoid most?
Well, for me, it's, getting caught between friends fighting, or waking up in a cave with your long-lost mother, or getting caught in your boyfriend's room when you're not supposed to be in his house.
You may have just admitted to a felony there.
So I really hate people who are boring. So if boring people are around me, I hate that because life's all about party. And when people are mean to me, that's not cool. So normally I just, I don't know, I'll just blast them or something. And also, I don't know, when people waste my time like this, what the fuck is this? Why am I doing this?
Are you okay?
Yeah?
I'm just getting different vibes off you. I mean, you're never normally this animated.
What are you talking about? This is me.
No, I'm loving it. I love this. You should bring this to every one of these.
Yeah, I'm not doing any more of these. These are dumb.
You wound me, Hephaesta. You wound me.
I don't like meeting parents. I don't like a second date. I don't like the following morning, so I just tend to avoid those.
I'd have to say my top least favorite social situation would be having dinner with strangers, but also that time that I got the talk in front of the whole village was really uncomfortable. And also, I hate being stood up.
I would have to say funerals. They're too morose and there's not enough glam. Plays, because drama's only actually fun if it's real. And key parties. The standards for admission are usually just way too low.
And people called me extra.
We pick up the morning of Fia Burbage's dinner party. All of you have been invited, and it's a potluck, so you must bring something to the event as well. You've kind of got the day to prepare. The dinner party is later in the evening, and we're going to begin with Fia, who woke up before the crack of dawn. In fact, her energy may have cracked the dawn as she bounds around the upstairs apartment above Burbage and Sons. Fia, what are you doing?
Well, I'd say I got all of an hour and a half sleep because I was up late cleaning the whole place from top to bottom.
Roll a d20.
Oh, God.
You can add your proficiency bonus purely because Quillo makes you clean all the time.
Yeah, that's fair. 18.
Okay, it's pretty clean. It's still cluttered with all the stuff that Quillo won't part with, but yeah, it looks neat. It looks tidy. The only thing is the table you have barely fits 4 people around it. Outside of yourself, Quillo, and Una, you have Marilla, Nate, Clodagh, Hephaesta, their +1, all rocking in. So there's 8 people to sit around a table that barely fits 4.
Oh, shoot. Realizing this, I rush up into the attic to see if there's like another little like side table or something like that, or little stools that Quillo has tucked away.
Give me a perception check.
10 plus 7, 17.
There's a couple of things around that you could maybe use to extend the table. There's like 2 old bedside lockers that are about the height of the table, maybe a little bit shorter. So there would be a drop. There's an old armoire. Worst comes to worst, you could probably hack it to bits and, take the back out of it, lay that on the table, hammer it into the table so it doesn't fall off. Forgoing any DIY projects for the moment, you have found those 2 bedside lockers that you could extend the table a little bit. And sure, it's a dinner party. Dinner parties are meant to be intimate. Not that kind of intimate, you delinquents.
So I bring the 2 of those down. I know I have a little stool that's in my room. I grab that and pull that out as well.
Okay.
And just kind of anything else I can see that could be sat upon.
Yeah. This being a pawn shop, there's plenty of things that you can use.
It's very mismatched.
Yes, it's bohemian.
Yeah.
We don't use the word mismatch. It's bohemian. It's a very bohemian dinner party. You've got the apartment looking nice and tidy. You've sorted the table situation. It is a potluck, but you have to still prepare food and dishes. And yourself and your mother brought back the boar as well. So.
The boar, yeah. So that was like salted and stuff the other day when we brought it back. So I would have had that in like a pot the night before on like a really low simmer, just cooking away.
Another roll of D20 there, please.
Oh, Jesus. It's a 9.
You're pretty sure you put it on a simmer.
Yeah. Very sure.
It's not on.
Oh, no. Shit.
There's literally just a chunk of raw boar meat sitting in 2 bottles of red wine, completely uncooked.
Okay. I can fix this. This is going to be fine. Okay. So I take the piece of meat out of the pot and then I start to cut it into cubes.
So just tell me what you're doing now.
So I'm taking it out, I'm cutting it into cubes to put it back into the pot, to put it on, to bring it up to a boil and then put it down onto a simmer so it'll cook faster because it's in smaller pieces.
Okay. So you're gonna make kind of like a stew out of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So right, you're preparing a boar stew.
Yeah.
Right. Now we're gonna go with survival for cooking.
Okay.
So you can give me a survival check.
Oh, 15.
Okay. In the pot, you have your cubed boar, your 2 bottles of wine, red wine poured into it, some herbs, some cinnamon sticks, some cloves.
And I add in a bit of water as well because it's going to be simmering for a while.
Okay.
So I know
So
it's
you
going
top it off with water.
It's going to reduce.
Okay.
So
and
yeah.
you put it onto a boil and away you go.
Put it onto a boil so it comes to the boil and then reduce it to a simmer.
Okay. I asked just for a particular reason, that's all.
Just a quick question. Are we going to have to roll survival to eat it?
Possibly. Yeah.
I'm a vegetarian.
Is that you, Daddy? I would just like to point out, though, that your stew, and I'm just telling you this now, so you're not shocked later on and you don't call me out on it. Your stew has literally nothing in it but boar cubes and booze and a little bit of water. You didn't put any onions, you didn't put any vegetables or potatoes.
Yeah, not yet. You don't put those in until the end.
No. This is what you've prepared. I asked you what you were preparing.
Oh my God, you're such an asshole.
You prepared this, okay? So you have just made meat lumps in red wine. As you get that to the boil and then you reduce it to a simmer, you hear Quillo's bedroom door open. And he stumbles out. He's just kind of looking at the state of the place. What's with the...
Oh, we don't have enough space around the table for everyone.
So you figured you could make it look like a circus?
It's bohemian. It's fine. We did nothing else. That's just what I got.
Bohemian.
Yeah.
Right. Did you bother making breakfast?
I look around for some eggs.
Everything's fairly stored and stocked and
Yeah.
stuff like that. As you kind of start making some boiled eggs or scrambled eggs, whatever you're doing, Una emerges from her room and the woman looks perfect. Like, she hasn't run a brush through her hair. She's just wearing kind of a nightie and she looks like she's been done up by, like, the best hairdresser and the best dresser. Like, she's just... Now, this is all natural. This is just Una. Good morning. I don't suppose there's any coffee?
Oh, yeah. I'll make some now. Hang on.
She takes a seat at the table. Oh, it's quite bohemian, isn't it?
Thank you, Mom.
Give me an insight check.
23.
Two things you notice as you grab a little kind of coffee pot out of the press. Una is kind of rearranging the table a little bit. Like she's just putting a little bit of like order to it. Like you just put plates down around it. Like you didn't do a whole pile. But when you say Mom, she stops for a moment and then goes back to what she was doing. The other thing you clock is Quillow's body language shifts. And you see him tense up. You know this. He is agitated. He is angry.
I turn back to what I'm doing to make sure he gets his food first.
You said this was a potluck. So everybody has to bring something to this.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, it's kind of the idea of a potluck.
Fine. If you can go out to the market, there's some things I need you to get for me. I'm assuming there's boar left over and you haven't completely ruined it.
Oh, yeah, no, there's still lots. Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, I can just do up some beef kafka and whatever, but you need to go out and get me a few of the ingredients.
Yeah, sure, no problem. And then his eggs are done and I kind of put them down in front of him.
He cracks it open and just kind of pulls the shells away and just kind of looks at it and then just pushes the plate away from him. So, is this like a typical day for the both of you? Is this...
Yeah, this is pretty typical. Yeah.
And you're not hungry, Quillow? Like you know, eggs are full of protein. They're really good for you. It helps build muscle and, it keeps your hair really nice and Quillow just shoots her a look. I'm not doing this right now. Fia, I'll leave a list. If you can pick that stuff up, I'll take care of the rest of it. There has to be something edible at this thing tonight. And he gets up and he takes the egg off the plate, just one egg, and he moves back to his room and he shuts the door.
Yeah, he's touchy in the morning.
I just like your father was kind of the same. He just wasn't really a morning person.
Yeah. Just give him a little while. He'll be fine.
I am going to make a salad for tonight. I'm going to go out. I'm going to collect some fresh leaves, some wild grass. There's just so many nutritious minerals and healing properties in a salad.
Oh, that sounds really nice, actually. That would be lovely with the boar.
Yeah. What are you doing with the boar?
Oh, it's stewing right now.
And you haven't prepped your vegetables?
Oh, shoot! You're an asshole.
You can just soak them in water and they won't go brown.
Oh, you fuck off. I go back, I turn...
Got her.
Well, fine. I turn around and prep my fucking vegetables.
Nate, you wake up. It's kind of the middle of the day at this stage. Downstairs, you hear a bit of a ruckus coming from the bar of the Copper Rabbit. Your head is pounding. Your clothes are damp. There is a putrid taste of... And when you kind of clap your tongue to the top of your mouth and you kind of pull on your lips, it has the taste of rotten wine. Not fermented wine, because that's vinegar. This is like... There might have been mold on the top layer. It did not ferment very well. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty then. That is 10.
You do that thing where a little bubble of sick rises, and just before it fills your mouth, you swallow a hard lump down, and it sits in your stomach. You still feel poorly, but you did not throw up. Across from you on the nightstand, there's an envelope that it just says Nate, Marilla, and Clodagh, just swirled like in big loopy letters, and like way too many hearts, like way like a ridiculous amount of hearts. How do you get that many hearts on an A5 card? And you get a flashback of somebody, you're not sure if it was Clodagh or Marilla, telling you that there was that Fia's having a dinner party. Downstairs, that noise gets louder. And it means one of two things. Marilla is either inventing something, or she's trying to bake something. You hear the occasion, and just like the odd grunt and like a shout, and then you hear the pitter-patter of feet outside, and then giggling as you hear Ike and Jess running to the top of the stairs and having listened to whatever Marilla is doing.
I'm just gonna like slowly, just because everything hurts and everything is just that is like rattling in my brain a bit too much. I'm just gonna ease the door open.
Morning!
Oh, okay. Guys, what's Marilla doing?
Marilla is trying to bake. She's doing coq madame.
Oh God. Okay. Okay. Right. What are you guys doing right now?
Trying not to get in trouble.
Do you guys want to make me breakfast?
Do you want to pay me money?
Yes, I can do that.
Okay, then 50 gold pieces.
Okay, that's a no. Let's have you make me breakfast first, and we'll see how much it's worth. The better the breakfast, the more money you'll get.
I've paid this dance before, mister. Cash up front or no brekkie.
Here is a silver piece.
As you kind of hold it out, Ike just snatches it like with like the deft speed of some sort of like, I don't know. It's just it's like a blur of Ike towards you.
If the breakfast is good, I will round it up to a gold piece.
A gold piece, you say?
Jess is kind of still standing there kind of awkwardly and nervously at the top of the stairs, afraid to go down in case Marilla's in a bad mood. She tends to be in a bad mood when she invents or bakes. If she's baking, it's rage. You head downstairs. Ike is already kind of like at the bottom looking up, kind of like, hey, come in. I heard gold. I'm like, yeah. And Ike is going to try and stealth into the kitchen.
Oh, wow.
Okay, on a 16, Ike, with all the grace and dexterity of a ninja, drops low and just like scuttles into the kitchen. Clocking your delicate nature right now, Ike has a good idea of what's good for that. Jess is kind of like trying to keep an eye on the kitchen, and this is where the source of the noise is coming from. Like, you know, Marilla's workshop is behind the kitchen anyway, but the noise is definitely coming from the kitchen. And now that you're down here, Ike said that Marilla was trying to make croque madame. Doesn't smell like croque madame.
Okay. I'm going to take a little look behind the bar and see if I can cobble together something akin to a Bloody Mary.
So yeah, you prep one of those. I am going to roll for Ike to see what they come out with. That is a 2. Ike returns with just a chunk of cheese. And now I say Ike returns with it. She's holding it in her mouth, and you can clearly see there's bites have been taken out of it, like little tiny orc bites have been taken out of it. And under her arm is just like a baguette, and in her other hand she has an apple, also with a bite out of it. She drops it on the bar for you.
I'm just going to take a deep, hard look at what's gathered before me. I'm going to take a sip out of my Bloody Mary. I'm going to turn and walk into the kitchen and go, Marilla, the kids are messing in the kitchen.
Everything stops. There's just kind of you just hear like the rolling of a metal bowl, and Ike just kind of looks at you like dead in the eyes.
Marilla, I'm sorry about these kids.
You're a dead man. You're a dead man.
Marilla, these kids are out of control. I'm sorry. I want to keep an eye out for you. Look, they stole your apples. They stole your cheese. They stole your baguettes. I mean, kids these days, you know.
Oh, you little bastards.
And Marilla kind of comes out covered head to toe in flour. And the second Ike and Jess see her, they bolt right back upstairs. Like, they're gone.
Oh, well, it shows its face finally then.
Can I help?
I don't know, can you?
I can try.
Well, I'm almost finished. I've done what I'm making. The kitchen's all yours. But don't touch the oven. They need to sit there for at least 4 hours and make cupcakes.
Oh, your famous cupcakes.
Yes. I mean, I started making croque madame, and then I just had a wave of inspiration.
Of course, yes.
And it was natural, and I made mud bomb cupcakes. Oh, I never put the oven on.
Like, Marilla runs in and puts the oven on. It literally looks like the place was robbed and ransacked, and they decided to vandalize it. Every bowl, every utensil has been used.
Well, this they look great.
Nathaniel, you don't need to butter me up, honey. You fucked up. It'll be fine. You just need to find Clodagh, apologize, hopefully before the dinner party, Otherwise, it's going to be really, really awkward. Just apologize. You don't even have to mean it.
I mean, like, technically she's like a +1, so I could not bring her, maybe? Is that an option?
Sure. Just like your arm is a +1.
Okay, yep.
As you watched her kind of move in and out of the kitchen, give me a perception check.
That is a unnatural 20.
You watch as she just takes the apron, like the edges of the apron, and just kind of like run it through her face. She doesn't look good. A lot of like the life, like the rosiness in her cheeks and stuff like that, it's all kind of faded. It's the first time that you've looked at Marilla Whistlecoil, Nate, and went, she's old. And you don't know if it's because, you know, maybe she was up early baking or whatever it might have been, but she just looks tired and a little peaky. And then you see her wobble, and she grabs the counter for stability.
You drinking on the job again, Marilla?
When am I not?
Yeah, maybe if you want to go chill out for a while, I can clean up here. I can keep an eye on the cupcakes for you.
Oh, you were definitely cleaning this up. I'm not cleaning this up. I've got something upstairs I need to do anyway. She takes her copper rabbit from the side of the table. She kind of swats at you with it, and don't forget, you're bringing something to this as well. You're not doing what you always do. You're not. I'm not carrying your dead ass with my cupcakes. I made those. They're mine. Well, you'll also maybe need to get stuff because we're kind of out of everything. She hobbles out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Clean.
start cleaning.
Yeah, there's some things that you have to throw out. You did not know that chocolate could also be cement, and no amount of hot water, no amount of chiseling, no amount of elbow grease shifts whatever she's done to it. It takes you the better part of an hour or two to tidy it all away. At this stage, Clodagh, you've been and gone to the market to get what it is that you are going to make. So what are you bringing to the potluck?
I was going to do like a berry cobbler.
While you were out, the city was kind of quiet. You've never known it to be as sparse of people, and a lot of the stalls weren't set up. This early in the morning, it is usually a case of local farmers are coming in to sell whatever produce they have. Tezzerab is near empty. Like the streets were very, very quiet. Coming in through the front door of the Copper Rabbit, you see Marilla kind of sitting at one of the booths. Give me a perception check, actually, just to see what you notice first and foremost, if you clock anything.
21.
Marilla Whistlecoil appeared to be knitting. And you just see her, she kind of looks at you, and it's that moment of, you know, when someone's been caught doing something that, like, they don't want to be seen doing.
Yeah.
You know, she just grabs it on, she like throws it off the table. It's like, yeah. Clodagh. And she's still holding, like, the needles.
She's just gonna chuckle and be like, what's going on here?
I'm thinking of taking up tattooing.
Oh. Okay. They tattoo with wool now?
They do if you don't shut your mouth.
She's just gonna put her hands up and be like, okay. I didn't see nothing. You mind if I use the kitchen?
Of course not. Work right away. It should be nice and clean.
And as you round it, it's like she's bundling it, like she's kind of like she's trying to throw herself on top of all the wool and stuff. And there looks to be like a sleeve, I mean, possibly. Some of it's steel. Like there's wire and everything. And she's just kind of looking at you very suspiciously. It's her tiny frame trying to hide like a mountain of wool beside her. And she's now kind of standing up and blocking it. And as she sees you kind of veer around the bar towards the kitchen.
Nate's in there, by the way.
Yeah, she's just gonna shrug her bag of groceries over her shoulder and then walk into the kitchen and, like, completely ignore him.
And what are you doing, Nate, at this? Because you can hear Clodagh approaching.
I suppose I will just stand. I'm going to throw a rag over my shoulder, and I'm just going to look and as I normally do, just wait to see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not even going to make eye contact with him. She's just gonna wash the berries and put them in a bowl with the sugar and...
Hey, you're going to give me a survival check.
I'm good at baking. It's my job.
Well, then
See?
you can roll with it. You can roll with an advantage.
15. Wait. 15.
Berry cobbler, it's not a big task for you around like that, but it's the easy thing, and you can make a lot of it quite quickly.
Yeah.
You move around the kitchen with ease, like you know the Copper Rabbit's kitchen like anybody's business, and with the berries washed and a nice layer of sugar sitting on top of them just to draw out the juices, you kind of start to prepare the crumble. Effectively, you are looking around and you see that the sieve is hanging up right behind Nate's shoulder on the wall.
I'm loving this. She's just going to clear her throat and say, I need the sieve, excuse me. But not look at him.
I'll take the sieve and I'll put it back behind me and I won't look at her either.
Nate, give me the sieve, please.
Yeah, take it. I'm handing it to you.
What are you doing?
I'm handing you the sieve.
You're clearly not handing me the sieve, Nate.
I mean, I have a sieve in my hand that is pointed in your direction.
She's just going to reach for it and try and snap it out of his hand.
You're welcome.
How's it going in there?
Peachy.
I thought it was Barry.
Very funny.
You just hear Marilla outside kind of giggling. Just because the two of you are standing there in awkward silence, outside you just hear the kind of the clacking of needles. And then there's like the sound of sparks fizzing. And then Marilla hops up off the seat. You hear just the sound of the Copper Rabbit clacking against the wooden floorboards as she approaches the kitchen.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Actually, I was about to go anyway, so it's fine.
Well, I'd just like to apologize for...
Oh no, there's no need to apologize, Marilla. Really.
No, it's the right thing to do, Nathaniel. I've made a bit of a nuisance of myself. I'll be out of my way. It's just three simple little words. I often feel it just helps.
No, I mean, well, like this is your kitchen. You can come and go wherever you please. Really, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah, Marilla, you have nothing to apologize for. You have nothing to apologize for.
Anyway, I need to go because I need to pick up a few bits for the potluck tonight.
Well then, you will be on your way.
And she's kind of still standing in the doorway.
How tall is Marilla again?
Marilla is like less than 4 foot.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to fully just step over her. Like, I'm going to walk up to her, stop, look her in the eye.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. And she's just trying to maneuver around you a little bit. Oh, this is just...
Yeah, and then...
If we could just...
we do. Okay, and then I go, okay. And then I'm just going to... okay, and over.
Well, that was rude. I would like you to say sorry.
Sorry, Marilla, bye!
Well, the dinner party will be a great success.
Fia, you are in the market square. And it's kind of like it's a little after midday at this stage. The market square where the quill spire sits, there's a large ring of tents set up. They weren't here yesterday. It's white canvas with a strip of some sort of blue material draped over it and emblazoned with the head of a triton and a shield. You recognize it as the emblem for the Galeshire royal family, and it's emblazoned on all the military uniforms. And you clock that some of the men and women standing around at attention outside some of these tents are all soldiers. They're not the local guard.
Fia kind of looks on at this like from afar and just tries to see if she can get stuff off of the list and maybe talk to one of the merchants.
Give me a perception check.
17.
As you're glancing around the actual market square, they're half sitting, half leaning with her back to the wall of the quill spire. You see Hephaesta tousling the feather in the helmet of a soldier.
Seeing her, Fia kind of lights up and runs over and's like, oh my god, Hephaesta, hi. Oh my god, you're okay. And I hug her, like just...
Oh, Hello there again.
Oh, sorry.
I just kind of like to grab her by the shoulders and place her.
I just haven't seen you in so
Away.
long. It's so good to see you're all right.
Yeah, look at you. You're...
Yeah, like getting everything ready for this evening. You got my invitation, right?
Oh my god, yes, I'm so excited.
Did you're bringing a +1 too?
Oh, am I ever?
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Oh, you wait and see.
Oh my god. So you're bringing... What are you bringing to the potluck as well, by the way?
We'll leave that a surprise.
Okay, cool. Oh my god, it's so good to see you. I'm so glad to see you're okay. I was so worried about everyone. I didn't get a chance to see anyone. You or Nate or Thane. You're the first person I've seen.
Really? Yeah, no, I just need to get away for a bit. You know, you guys were kind of a lot. So I just need a bit of a break. But, you know, yeah, I'm so excited to do this, whatever, dinner. Yay.
Am I your +1? The soldier that you were kind of tossing the feather with is kind of looking at you. I mean, I can ask my commander to let me go for the evening.
No. Who do you think you are?
Damon, you were...
Fia, do you need a date or...
No, I'm fine. No.
I don't know, Damon was all right. Like, if...
No, I'm sorry.
I'm still standing here.
Yeah, I know.
Pardon me, Damon. I'm sorry. It's invite only, and I don't know you. I'm really sorry.
All right. And he just turns and he moves like 3 steps back to where he was standing.
Sorry, I did. Oh gosh, I feel so rude.
Sauntering into the square at this exact moment is Nate. What are you hoping to bring to the potluck? Can I ask, Nate?
I was just going to do cocktails.
You just left to get out of there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, I have to go out shopping for
The
the
garnishes. I'm getting garnishes.
garnishes. Yeah. There's very little stalls and vendors open because they're the only kind of 2 people really talking. You hear Fia and Hephaesta.
I'm just gonna. So I've sort of got a bag hitched over my shoulder. Is it?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna lift my shoulder and just sort of hide my face into my sort of fist and shoulder and just.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay. That's an 8.
Okay. I mean, you do that. You mean you're using your shoulder and the cloth bag to hide your face. Fia, you spot, and Hephaesta, you do as well. You spot Nate perusing a rug stand. A Furbolg person is like, you wish to buy?
Yeah. How much is that one there?
While he's trying desperately to hide himself, I run up and just like jump and hug him. Oh my god! Hi.
Hello. Hello. Fia, hi.
Are you buying the rug?
No.
Always wasting time. Nobody wants to buy a rug.
It's so good to see you. I know I was going to see you tonight, but how are you doing?
Just living the dream.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, I was just like running into Hephaesta, and I knew like all we need now is Thane to run into Thane, and it's like we're all back together.
Oh yeah, blood penis.
What?
Oh,
okay.
sorry, it was a thing. Sorry.
Okay.
I just kind of peek over Fia's shoulder and like wink and do that little like finger wave.
So, what time is it tonight?
Yeah, it's around 7. Did you read it? It's on the invite.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
And Claude and Marilla are coming too?
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, it's going to be... Oh, it's great. I'm so excited.
Oh, big old family reunion.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait.
Okay. Well, in that case, then I should go and get ready.
Oh, yeah. All right. Cool. Okay, yeah. I have a few bits to get to, so I'm going to jet off. Guys, I'll see you later. Hi.
Yeah, see you later, Hephaesta. I'm just going to turn on my heel.
Bye, Nate. Can't wait to see you tonight. I'm so excited.
Bye.
Bye.
You all sat around the rest of the day kind of like preparing the various bits and pieces that you're going to be bringing to Fia's potluck. Fia, as you head back to the house, sans the spices for Quillo, because in your excited state of mind, you just said you headed off without picking up any of those ingredients.
No, I said I headed off to get stuff ready.
We'll listen back to that. Did you get stuff ready at the house? You did not
I don't
say-
know. I did say
You were too excited. Far too excited. I've saved your stew. I'm not saving you from your brother.
Oh, no.
I'd rather let the stew go.
Yeah, to be fair.
Please let the stew go.
As you all kind of prepare your dishes or whatever your last few bits and pieces are for the evening, and you all get changed just as you are heading off in your own time from your own homes to Burbage and Sons in Barefoot Alley, and for Clodagh, Marilla, and Nate, it's just around the corner. Marilla leaves Ike to babysit Jess. The three of you head off, Marilla wearing her finest pair of overalls. Hephaesta, as you link arm in arm with your date, again, there's a lot more patrols out on the street, and Hephaesta, as you cross Market Square past that military camp, a soldier, not Damon, approaches you, a half-elf one. Excuse me, there's a city curfew going to be put in place this evening. It's a standard drill. And we'd really like it if you would abide by that.
And I'd really like it if you let me go about my business.
Give me an intimidation check.
14.
She kind of just looks at you. She looks at the man linked on your arm. Oh my god, are you from that band?
I'm not here to show off. I just want to take the lady out for a meal, if that's all right.
Of course. Oh my god. Wow. Oh my god, it's actually you.
Yeah, hands off.
She kind of takes a step back. There is a city-wide curfew. It's in effect as of 9 p.m. But of course, obviously, you know, it's still early. You still have plenty of time. Please continue on. Please continue on your way. And she starts to blush.
He winks.
There's like a low little out of her as she kind of gasps that you would even dare to wink at her.
I'm absolutely leading the way.
Okay.
Like I'm a good 3 steps ahead. He's of course following me. What else would he be doing? Like
Just checking out the view.
I might keep you around for a little while. You're kind of fun.
Hephaesta, as you're moving through kind of the side streets and alleyways towards the slum district and Barefoot Alley, it is as that soldier was saying, that a lot of the shops, the taverns that you would pass on your way are closed, and the city guard, there's more patrols, and sort of mixed in with their formations, there's at least one soldier from the Gaelshire army, and they stand out because they're wearing a full proper uniform, whereas the city guard are just kind of in like armor, and they wear kind of a sash from their right shoulder down across their left. You round the corner. As you do, standing outside the doorway of Burbage and Sons, you see Marilla, Clodagh, and Nate, and Marilla just gives kind of a confident knock on the door with her fist.
Look, we're all together again. Ah, hi Nate.
Hello, Hephaesta.
Nice to meet you.
Oh yes. I should introduce. Nate, you might recognize him. Oh my god. I'll let him introduce himself. Go on, babes.
He steps forward. He is an Aarakocran man. He is a cockerel and is wearing a very expensive but seemingly run down just pair of dungarees, like blue denim dungarees. He steps forward and like puts his hands together in like a mock kind of sign of prayer and bows a little bit and says, Jebediah Shiloh Doc, nice to meet you.
You recognize Jebediah, Nate, as the lead singer of Forever Rock.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet some of your friends, and like puts an arm around Hephaesta. I don't usually get to mingle with the with normies all that much.
Oh, really? I like your dungarees. What are you, like a plumber or something? Or
Nate.
you're probably used to working in latrines, I imagine.
Marilla's looking at her outfit.
He laughs and he says, "No, man, look, it's not about the clothes. It's about the music, innit? I don't know. Maybe it's a musician thing. You know, you might not relate."
Marilla Whistlecoil, proprietor of the Copper Rabbit. You may have heard of it.
Oh, of course. I've heard the songs, the tales of the Copper Rabbit.
Yeah.
House of some repute.
Some repute.
Oh, so you do know my songs?
Taking a long time to answer this door, huh?
is like grinning, like she's like gritting her teeth, and she's like, "Grr." And she now just boots it with her heel. Fia, you hear kind of a banging on the door. Quillo is sitting at the dinner table, like you're still kind of getting the stew. Una is like making just kind of a pomegranate dressing, and there's just a pounding on the door down below.
Oh, I'll get it, and like she kind of like bolts.
You all hear kind of like a load of like deadbolts kind of like unlocking and like chain sliding. And Clodagh, you're looking up at Jebediah, not wide-eyed. I mean, you know who he is.
Yeah.
The door kind of swings open.
So you see Fia standing there, not in her usual kind of regalia. She kind of has the top of her hair done into like 2 French plaits with 2 little knots at the back of it. And she's wearing like a very plain like cream dress because after all the bills that she has to pay for like half the apartment, that's kind of all she'd left and saved up for.
Fia, everybody turns in unison. Below you, you see Marilla kind of looking up, and she's carrying like a tray with a dishcloth over it. A kind of white and pink scarf tying her hair up into a poof, and there's just a white carnation sitting in it. And she's wearing her finest dungarees, and a kind of a little blouse underneath it. And she just shoulders past you. Well, I'm getting away from that, Fia. And she just...
Hi, Marilla. Can I carry that for you?
No. Clodagh, what are you wearing?
She is
Yeah, what are you wearing?
She's wearing like a deep emerald shift dress. She stole one of Marilla's pink or white carnations.
You bastard.
And like a deep purple lipstick.
Nate.
High-waisted black pants, a white shirt, sleeves rolled up, collar open.
And we know
Standard.
what Jebediah is wearing, and Hephaesta.
She is wearing a sleek, sort of sheer, tight black gown. There's enough underneath to sort of hide everything, but it's nearly entirely see-through.
Yeah, your guests have arrived. Nate has a bag that jangles as he moves. Clodagh is holding a ceramic tray. Hephaesta.
Sort of like wedged between my fingers is 4 bottles of the most expensive alcohol available.
And Jebediah.
Jebediah's brought the fixins for wyvern tacos with like a gelatinous ooze chili jam.
If you just want to make your way in and upstairs, Quillo and my mom are up there.
The stairs go straight up. There's a door that leads to the shop, and you can see inside it. But the walls here either side are just cluttered in like a hodgepodge of different paintings, different styles, and all the frames are different. Some are simple, some are very ornate, some are gold. As you make your way up, and the doors open, and you can hear just kind of a song, just kind of being kind of like just hummed. Marilla's already kind of moved it and shuffled in. Quillo is there sitting at the head of the table. He stands up as everybody arrives. Welcome to our home.
Everyone, this is my brother, Quillo. Quillo, this is Marilla, Nate, Clodagh, Hephaesta, and her date.
Oh, you're the lead singer for Forever Rock. You're Jebediah, right?
Namaste.
Namaste to you too, man. Congratulations on the sellout tour. I'd heard it was fantastic.
Look, if you want tickets for the next one, I'll get you in.
Wow. Yeah. Wow, Fia, you didn't tell me you were friends with such cool people. Oh. And he looks at Nate.
Oh, and everyone, this is Una, our mother.
Rounding the corner out of the small little galley kitchen, you see this tall, lean woman, thick, wavy hair. She looks an awful lot like Quillo. It's so lovely to meet all of you. I mean, it's not really my home to welcome you to, but I'm just delighted to meet all of you and break bread, as they say.
Oh my God, Fia, Mom, that's shaking things up, isn't it? She's hot too. Why didn't you tell me your mom was hot?
I never looked at her that way.
I just kind of elbow Nate a little bit. I'm like, Fia's mom's hot. Like,
I mean, have you seen Fia? Of course she is.
Hey, look, beauty comes in many forms, man.
Marilla is just like, well, this is off to a great start.
I'm going to look at Jebediah and be like, I mean, yeah, that's what ugly people say.
Nate, now. Behave.
Oh, sorry, that was rude. Sorry. You're beautiful in your own way.
Well, thank you for the compliments. That's. I mean, wow. It's not something we would just blurt out like that, I suppose. But thank you.
Right, okay. Are we kicking off this dinner party, Fia?
Oh, yeah,
I
everyone.
just like shake the bottles. Like, let's go.
Take a seat. We have kind of some of the food laid out on the table already with like bowls and plates. Just help yourselves. Thank you so much for coming.
Big clay pot, and Fia takes the lid off of it, and just this wonderful smell of like a hearty stew fills the air. There's some kind of candles lit at the table. Like I said, Quillow's sitting at the head. Una takes a seat to his right, and then she she kind of nods Fia at you to take the seat opposite. Help yourselves. I mean, we can. There's plenty. I mean, it's a bit ramshackle the seating arrangement, but it'll be fine. Just scoot in, everybody. Let's get to know each other a little bit. This will be fun.
So I want to guide Jebediah to a chair, and then I want to promptly sit in his lap.
There's plenty of seats, Hephaesta.
Yeah, there are. You can go next, Fia, don't worry.
Stew? Anyone?
Are there vegetables in it?
Marilla. I'm definitely allergic to vegetables. Marilla just gives you, Hephaesta, just like she kind of gives you like a look, like she just kind of glares at you. She sits herself next to Fia across from Una. Clodagh, Nate.
She's going to scoot in beside Marilla.
Cocktails, anyone?
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah, okay, great. I'm just going to go to the kitchen.
Yeah, bud. One for me as well, please.
Yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, 6 cocktails. Great, cool. Yeah.
So he can serve. He can just take care of everything.
Okay, I'll go help. So sorry.
That's not what I meant, Fia. But
No, it's fine.
No, please sit. You've been on your feet all day. I'll help. He gets up and he moves into the kitchen with Nate, where you're preparing cocktails. Quillow kind of moves in beside you. Is it not? It's a bit weird, right? This is all a bit strange.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, that's your ex.
Mm-hmm.
You're not pissed?
Do you know, I've got a lot on my plate at the minute. I'm sort of digesting a lot right now. So, did you want something, or?
No, I can help. You looked like you needed a bit of help.
Bit of a change of heart, I think, since the last time I saw you.
To be fair, I've had the living shit kicked out of me then. And it was me who brought the city guard to the mansion.
I mean, but I suppose you only weren't privy to anything because you were seemingly involved.
We can certainly do this right now. But then you would be upsetting Fia. And her mom did just come back into her life.
I'll tell you what, I'll behave. If you behave.
And he crosses his heart, scouts on her. And he fetches some glasses from a cupboard overhead. He gives you half a curtsy, and he shuffles out of the kitchen with the glasses kind of on a tray. Una, with Marilla and Fia kind of sat opposite her, and then Chloe, you're sitting beside Marilla. Salad?
Oh, yes, thank you.
And she kind of hands you it's just a large wooden bowl.
Thank you. And then she passes the bowl to Marilla.
Marilla just passes it away. It's like, nah.
I take it off her, yeah.
Okay. You're Fia's mom, right? And Una just kind of nods. Mm-hmm. Not dead then? Nope. Still alive. What you been doing? Traveling? The weather. And Una's like, yeah, plenty of it.
I take one of my bottles and I just pass it down to Marilla.
Marilla looks at it and pours a bit into a glass and then slides it back to you, Hephaesta. It would be rude. After all, you did bring it, so...
If you want more, just let me know.
Would you like some stew, Marilla?
Are there vegetables in it?
I can pick those out.
Thank you.
Why didn't you just make boar cubes? Like, it would have been so much easier.
Quillow comes back with the tray of glasses while Nate's busy kind of making up the cocktail mix. We would have had boar Kafka as well, but we just didn't have the ingredients.
I catch his eye and then I look down at the table.
I got Natinis! I got gin, I've got vodka, I've got different garnishes here, I've got some lemon peels, olives. What does everybody want?
Water.
I reach over the table and I kind of like pat Cloda's hand and I'm like, you know, she's right. You are really cute and like sweet and innocent. Is that why Nate's that is, isn't it? Yeah, he likes them when they're innocent.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't worry, it won't last for too long.
I like whatever's the special. I don't mind.
I feel like vodka for you, maybe with a lemon peel.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool,
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Okay. And then I'll pour that for her. And then I'll tell you what. I'm just gonna do a selection. You can pick, and I'll do different types. You can pick it out. I've got loads of stuff inside, so I can make anything you want. These are my Natinis, like daiquiris. I can do old fashioned. I can do.
Sit down.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Yep. Sorry.
Please dig in.
I turn to Jebediah and I go, oh, I will. And I then lean into her and for one of those really gross food, like grab each other's food, kiss things.
Jebediah has kind of like been vaguely unawares of most things that are happening at this point in time. He's kind of like his eyes are half shut. He's kind of just vibing.
You feel something pressing against your beak. You see Hephaesta with an olive resting between her lips as she presses it to your mouth.
Oh, okay. In the middle of the dinner party. That's cool, man. I didn't realize it was going to be one of these.
It wasn't supposed to be.
Hey, look, free love. It's fine by me.
Okay, that was weird. Anyway, anyone seen Thane? Is he showing up or?
Well, Quillo gave me his apartment address and I sent him an invite but got no response.
I mean, look, I know Quillo can't really be trusted to like do any sort of errands like that. So like maybe he just gave you the wrong address.
Again, why would he give me the wrong address?
Yeah, Nate. Why would I give Fia the wrong address?
Oh, I don't know. It's just obviously Fia. I know she does a lot of errands and she's so good to like do everything. Like what a beautiful spread she's made for tonight. I know she kind of has to do that to kind of take care of you because
I run the shop and I provide for us financially. Quillo just kind of like takes a sip from the drink. Anybody else's taste a bit off?
No, it tastes really good actually.
I don't know. There's just something cheap.
I mean, maybe you don't have a developed palate. Would you like a little fruit juice, maybe?
I mean, if anything to cut through the taste would be fantastic.
I'm going to get some water. And she scoots away from the table.
I shove one of my bottles in front of Quillow's face.
Quillo takes it, takes 3 mouthfuls for it, and Una is just like, Quillo, sweetie, you don't have your father's structure like Fia. You might want to relax a little. She's trying to like pull the bottle. She's trying to just push it down a little bit. Like she's like, he kind of leans back and he puts it down. Somebody at this table has taste.
One of us has to.
Well, questionable.
We all make mistakes.
I mean, look at that dress.
Then why'd you pick it out for me last night?
What? That's where you were?
You had an emergency. You needed me to come over. And I helped, then I was gone. And I was gone, that was it.
Marilla just puts her hand, like literally tucks her face into her hand and just starts shaking her head.
Fia starts kind of like taking people's plates and like putting food on it just to be doing something and not trying not to pay attention to what's going on right now.
I don't know, man. I think you've got good taste. And he like puts a hand on her waist.
Thanks, Job.
It's Jebediah, actually. You might not have heard. Maybe it's a tone deafness thing.
There's actually a route that you can take that really just improves your hearing. Una just kind of pipes up.
Mom, just have something to eat.
No, I've had loads of salad.
Do you want some stew?
No, there's meat in it. I don't eat meat.
Have some more salad, Mom. Take a drink, okay?
Is everybody?
It's fine, Mom.
I'm just sensing a bit of negative energy at the table.
Yeah, for sure. Picking up on those vibes, man.
You're right. We should clear the air. And I lean over and I take Cloda's hand again and I go, look, baby, you can't trust him, okay? 2 years with this man, and do you want to know why he left me? You should know this if you're going to date him, okay? His mom liked me more than she liked him.
No, I didn't.
Oh, no. His real mom.
She's full of shit.
Marilla just pushes her chair back. I'll be back in a moment.
I'm going to walk straight up to Cloda, and I'm just going to say very quietly, before you settle on any story tonight that is being told to you, just look what she did to Marilla. I will talk to you later, and then I'll go after Marilla.
Festa, what are you doing?
What? Look, if anybody's going to get wrapped up in that, they should know what they're getting into.
This is not something I wanted brought, if there's anything to be brought to the dinner party. Like, what the hell?
Anywhere you bring Nate, there's going to be this, Fia. Come on.
You couldn't just for once, like, just be nice?
Look at this poor girl. And I gesture at Cloda.
You're causing this.
Oh, she was in distress before she came here, honey.
And you made it worse. You made it a million times worse.
You're all so boring. And I like lean back into Jebediah's feathers and like settle into to his feathers a little bit and just start drinking out of a bottle.
They could always do what you do, Fia, and just pretend it's not a problem. I mean, you seem to have tidied things up with Mom quite quickly.
Not quickly. Quill, I was out with her for weeks.
Oh, you were travelling, as Mom says, while I was left to worry about you. Fantastic dinner party. Great idea, Fia.
Look, guys, I don't want to step on any toes here, but I think that maybe what this needs is some kind of healing prayer circle. And I think if we all just held hands and chanted it out, then maybe we'd get somewhere with this, you know?
I agree. Yeah, Una is just kind of not... I think right now there's just this negativity that is palpable around this table, and I can see that this little one, and she points at Clodagh, is clearly upset. Obviously, she's realised something awful about that rather tall, gaunt little man. Fia, your brother is right. We need to take things a bit slower here. I don't expect forgiveness. We talked about things, but clearly it's upsetting Quillo.
Clearly. It's
Maybe
my fault.
It's not. No.
No,
And
that's it. It's
Quillo's just
my,
nodding his head.
It's my fault.
Una, no. When that little old lady comes back from powdering her nose, we follow along with what Jebediah had said, and we all just hold hands, and we clear the air, and then we just tuck into some nutritious food that we've all baked with love. Nate, you'd followed Marilla to the bathroom, but she kind of closed the door by the time you were, and she comes out, and she's just, I wouldn't go in there.
I hope you know I love you very much.
And I hope you know I was not lying. Do not go in there. But I love you too. I may beat Hephaesta to death later on.
I mean, I'm not going to stop you.
Fantastic.
If you want a confirmation from anyone who I look at as my mother, you can talk to me about that.
What are you talking about? Coming in here using words you don't even know how to spell. You bastard.
Give me a perception check, Nate.
I got a terrible roll regardless, an 8.
You don't notice that, like you can see her eyes are a little bit puffy, but they're not red with tears or anything like that. But she kind of just gives your hand a bit of a squeeze. Come on, then.
As she goes to walk away, I'll give her just a light little kick up the bum.
Assaulting your own mother, huh?
And she just kind of smiles at you, and she heads back to the table. There's just that silence that she comes back to, and Nate, you follow behind her. Great. So, Jebediah, you seem to be just really attuned to the energy. So why don't you lead us?
Yeah, man. So, first things first when it comes to spiritual healing, and he reaches into the front pocket of his dungarees and pulls out tightly yet somehow shoddily rolled, questionable-looking cigarettes and lays them out on the table. First things first, you got to get yourself prepared mentally and physically so that you can spiritually alleviate this discomfort. Has anyone got a light? I don't have a light.
I'm sorry. Are we meant to? No, we're not. I'm not a prude, but we're not going to.
You said you wanted us to all get along and open
Yeah,
our
I know,
minds,
but-
lady. Like,
It's just, and Marilla has already reached across the table and using one of the candlesticks, she's lit it and just drawn like the biggest mouthful, bottoms up. And she just blows the smoke across the table at Hephaesta.
I just breathe it in, and I grab one myself and do the same thing. Light it and just start smoking.
Can you not? Please?
Fia, come on, loosen
This is our
up a
house. You're
little
smoking
bit.
in our house.
You're so uptight. Can you just loosen up?
I mean, you're a guest in our home. Do you want to have some manners?
Do you want to
You've
have
already
some
upset one
morals?
person
Marilla
tonight.
puts the cigarette out on the table. She's
I'm sorry, Marilla. I wasn't expecting this.
I just take a bunch of puffs really fast and then put it out.
Hey, look, some people aren't ready for that level of spiritual intensity, and that's fine, man. We can all just have a nice dinner and then have some nice booze.
You know, I have to say, Jebediah, you know, it's great that you're here tonight, and we're all trying to keep an open mind. but maybe let's not be so open-minded that our brains don't fall out.
I hear you, man. No, look, that's fine. I'm here as a guest, and I'll abide by your rules. You lead the way, big man.
Club's gonna snort.
Fia, these meat cubes are really nice. Thank you.
Thanks, Nate. Appreciate that. Can we move on to something else? I don't know, like, what has everyone been up to?
I got the shit kicked out of me by a local gang.
What?
Marilla just slurps on the stew.
Marilla, look, it just, the kids were, last night, I saw Ike getting up to some business, and I went to take care of her. I may have had a few. One thing led to another, and I got beat up by a gang. Cobalt Kings, anyone?
Quillo kind of cocks an eyebrow.
Yeah, I mean, I spent most of my time recovering, and I wasn't in the best shape. Usual fashion, did a bit of drinking, and just got wrapped up in something a little sketchy.
There's just a very loud off the spoon.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Jeez.
just gonna finish my Nate Teeny.
Okay.
Well, that can't be it, Nate. What about this new squeeze of yours? What have you been up to, honey?
Oh, just hanging out by the docks by myself, waiting for a ship that's never coming.
Oh, bless. I know
Marilla
that.
slurps even louder.
Hephaesta, what have you been up to?
Like I said, you guys really weigh me down, and I just need to get away for a little bit. So I just went off, found Jebediah, party.
Well, I woke up in a cave. Our mom was there, and
Tell me about the berries. It's vitamin C, it's very good for you.
yeah, no, we're talking about how we
Oh, they don't want to know. Yeah, they don't want to know that. That's family stuff. Maybe don't bring that up at the dinner
but
party.
we're celebrating you being back. That's the point of the dinner party. It's been good so far. I mean, I don't know her, but I'm getting to know her, and it's really nice. It turns out we have a lot in common too. We have the same taste in books, and she's really good with a bow, and I'm really good with a bow, and she taught me how to attack more close range and stuff while we were together. We took down this board together that we're having in the stew.
Quillo pushes the bowl, pulls you away from him.
It's been really nice, right, Mom?
It's been wonderful getting the chance to reconnect. Obviously there's been time. And then Marilla just yeah, like an entire childhood. Sorry, what was that? Oh, never mind. I just, it's a bit strange. I think that's all. Who am I? I'm a nobody. You continue on, dear. You dress over the sham that is the trauma that you caused your children. Well, we've talked about that.
Have you talked about how Fia's a bit, with the boys and stuff?
What?
What is your
It's
problem?
probably some abandonment issues, I imagine, from being, totally ditched as a child or something.
A game. We could play a game. It's a simple little party game. She reaches over to a bookshelf and pulls open a drawer. We each take a piece of paper and we write down a random fact about ourselves, and then we put them in a pile and we give it a bit of a shake, and then we take one and we read it aloud and we try to guess who that might be about. How's that sound?
Oh, this sounds like so much fun, actually.
try.
This is great.
Sure, and while we're doing that, I made something for each of you. Marilla reaches down by her chair, and the little bag she was carrying, she takes out 4 little bundles wrapped in, what's that? It's sort of that tissue paper, that wrapping.
the crepe paper kind of thing.
It's that kind of crepe paper, just kind of wrapped. And Fia, she kind of reaches across the table and she hands you one. Nate, she puts one down next to you. She's kind of you see one that says, there's a little gift tag that says Thane. She rips that off. Clodagh, this is for you. And then she reaches in and she pulls out just a bigger bundle, gestures it at you, Hephaesta. Una passes out kind of scraps of paper to everybody, and everyone proceeds to kind of scroll down a fact. Okay, so if we want to put them in, and Una looks for she finds an empty cup. Okay, everyone just put yours, and she kind of gestures out. And Clodagh, why don't you go first?
Sure. I kissed the king of visage. I'm gonna say Una.
And she blushes. Oh, you know, about my travels.
Did you really?
That was just a small fling. He wasn't married. He wasn't married then.
Were you?
I'll go next. She unfurls the piece of paper, and it's just most of you kind of just like scrawled it down quite quickly. This is elegantly, it's beautiful cursive writing, just huge loops. I met God in the Far East after a 2-week ritual of subsisting solely on my own urine. Marilla? Oh, you'll meet God. I won't need your own piss to do it.
Nate, was that you?
I think it's the guy next to Hephaesta that smells like piss. That's why I thought he was a plumber.
Oh.
Oh, Jebediah.
Yeah.
Wow, did you really?
Yeah, and you know what? She was lovely.
Wow, you were just fascinating.
Isn't he so cultured?
Marilla, why don't you go? Marilla's like, oh, yeah, I'll go and I'll have a... My favourite place is the library for the love. Fia.
Yeah, that's me. My favourite place is the library. I love the library. It's great. Okay, I'll go. The first song I learned to play was a Forever Rock song.
Do you know what? Technically, that's also true of me.
But you only put one in, so it can't be you, because yours already got called. Was it Clodagh?
Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow, that's kind of cool.
You're a musician.
Yeah, I play the lyre.
We should have like a little
Jam
sing
sesh.
song. Yeah.
Not now, Mom.
Oh, we should jam. We should absolutely jam.
Jeb, why don't you take a turn? You're quite a musical soul.
Okay. My favourite food is lamb shanks.
I only had boar, I'm sorry.
It looks like, I was going to say, this lad right here gestures at Quillo with a pointed feather. You look like a man who enjoys some lamb.
What the hell does that even mean?
You just got a look about you, man. You're a lamb man.
Well, I don't eat meat. We've established that I'm a vegetarian.
It's me. I'm a lamb man.
Oh my god, that's so interesting.
No, and he's shaking his head. He says, "No, absolutely not. No, you don't have the look of a lamb man."
Somebody else who hasn't gone.
Okay, my turn. I robbed the Tesrup City Bank twice in the same week. Oh, that's spicy. Aquila, was that you?
I'm running for office.
Yeah, now.
No, it wasn't me.
Boring.
I ain't saying nothing. And I need deniability at all counts. But yes. But I didn't say nothing.
I'll pick. You know what? I think we can. I think that was a really fun game.
Read it. Read it.
Come on, Nate.
What does it say?
The word's too big.
I'm just gonna stare at Quillo the entire time that I read this out. I abandoned my kids, and after years, I think I can swan in as if nothing happened.
As the rest of you try to avoid looking at Una, Nate, your eyes are locked on Quillo, and you just see him cross his heart. I'm gonna go outside and get some air. I think the smoke it's just still. Una stands up, pushes her chair out and pushes it back under the table, and proceeds downstairs.
Where are you going?
Relax, Fia. Mom's just going outside. It's not like she's gonna abandon us twice.
Fia's now crying, not sobbing, just silently.
Who wants cupcakes?
Me.
Oh yeah, you definitely want a cupcake. Marilla gets up and moves to the kitchen.
I'll help you.
Great, thanks. They're kind of heavy.
Fia, I'm sorry. It was on the paper.
Yeah, it was just a game. Yeah.
Why did you have to write that?
I wrote a fact.
Why did you have to write that fact?
Because it was funny.
How's that funny?
It's funny because you think we can just pretend it's all okay.
I'm not pretending it's all okay.
You're calling her mom.
Why do you have to be such an asshole, Quillo?
I don't know. Maybe because our mother abandoned us and left us with our father, and then he went and died, and I had to raise both of us, support both of us, and my sister seems to think that everything is rosy and wonderful all the goddamn fucking time, thinks that a dinner party with some of the worst people I've ever met is going to make everything okay.
Well, maybe some of us want to take a shot at being happy and not just be a miserable asshole our entire lives. Like, I don't think it's really working out too well for you.
How's that chip on your old shoulder there? And he kind of looks at Hephaesta. Working out real well for you, Nathaniel. And that beef you had with the Kobold Kings? That's not done.
Are you involved with them as well, are you?
I'm aware. I'm not an idiot. Marilla comes back with the cupcakes and she proceeds to kind of put them out on the table kind of in front of her. There's only 6. We're going to have to share.
I'm not hungry, but thank you very much. Someone else can have mine. And Fia stands up and she goes into her room and closes the door.
Oh, babe, this party is taking kind of a weird turn. Is this not to be rude to those assembled, but is this normally how this goes? Is it not my usual kind of scene?
Oh no, this is going perfect. And I pick up my cupcake and I go to feed it to him.
Oh, that's nice. Oh no. Oh no. The aftertaste on that is potent.
That's what I go for. It lingers. You really don't want more than 2 bites, though. Hephaesta, you should have some.
No, I'm good, thanks.
No, you need to put some meat on those bones.
You know, you're right. And I hand my cupcake to Jebediah and I grab Fia's cupcake and start eating it.
Stares wide-eyed. Jeb has eaten just the cupcake. Jeb, give me a Constitution saving throw.
No. So we hadn't established modifiers. Flat, it's a 9.
Yeah. Regardless, even with a +3, you're not going to make it. It's a potent cupcake made especially for Hephaesta Tinderson. The first mouthful or two, yeah, there's a sharpness to that aftertaste. Then you just hear a very audible from your guts. You know, after you've had your first cup of coffee in the morning and that need to poop, it's that times 100. As a laxative-laced cupcake courses through your body with all the rage of a flow of magma.
Hey, I'm sorry, where's the little bird's room?
Just on a personal note, I'm so delighted he's wearing dungarees.
Quillo just kind of points to a corridor right there.
Very hastily shuffles Hephaesta off his lap and runs, literally clutching his butt.
Okay, so you are now in the bathroom, desperately hoping your insides stay inside your body.
Just at this point, Fia walks back out. Her face is really looks like she's rubbed her eyes a lot, but she's also opened Marilla's gift.
Gifts make me feel better.
Just it was more of a distraction thing while she was in the room.
You tear open the packet, the wrapping, and there's just a pair of mittens. There's a little gift tag. Your name is spelled on it, and on the reverse, it's kind of a description of the mittens. They are mittens of missile snatching. When a ranged weapon attack hits you while you're wearing them, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage by 1d8 plus your dex modifier, provided that you have a free hand. The mittens can also be made fingerless. They are fleece-lined, and inside is a tag that reads, Love, Marilla.
So I've put these on. So I walk back out with these mittens on, and she looks over at Marilla. Marilla, these are so lovely. Thank you so much.
No, thank you for a evening. And she starts stacking some of the plates, and then Hephaesta, she just, as she moves around, she just plops them on your lap. Now, Hephaesta, why don't you give me a hand with the dishes? We can maybe clean up now. I think the party's kind of coming to an end.
Ugh, I don't do manual labor.
I insist.
Fine.
How you doing?
Could be better. I just wanted everyone to meet my mom. I don't understand what Hephaesta's problem is. She doesn't seem like the same person that I got to know.
She seems pretty normal to me.
Yeah, me too, unfortunately.
This was really upsetting. Like, I thought she was my friend.
People have a way of betraying your best intentions.
Yeah, I think people need to have more empathy for those that have been through some really rough situations. You know, we almost died recently. You know, I'm trying to be empathetic, you know, because I've been through my stuff. And as
You know
we all
what,
have.
Nate? You don't have an empathetic bone in your body. And she just storms into the kitchen. No, she storms outside.
With Clodagh's outburst, Quillo just kind of looks up. On that note, and he goes to his room. He closes the door behind him. Hephaesta, Marilla has kind of pulled over a small stool and she's leaning into the sink as she kind of starts to fill it with water. So, you remember that time Nate brought you back to the Copper Rabbit and we met?
Do I ever?
What was it you said to me again?
Oh, God, it was so long ago. How am I supposed to remember that?
Oh, it was quite important, actually.
Important? Out of my mouth? Unlikely.
Well, you do spout an awful lot of shit. But this was something particularly memorable.
What's your point, Marilla?
My point is, you're not Hephaesta.
Excuse me?
There's a certain energy off Hephaesta Tinderson that I can kind of vibe with. You know, I can appreciate. I mean, she's stubborn as fuck. And she's thick as a brick wall. I don't get that off of you. So I'm gonna give you a 3-minute head start.
What are you gonna do to me, old lady?
She takes your hand and she puts it into the scalding hot water in the kitchen, like in the sink. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
3.
It burns.
Oh.
Give me a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, gosh. 19.
For a moment, the illusion drops around you, Dahlia Wolfram. Marilla's eyes lock on yours, and there is just rage behind them. Get the fuck out of this house, and you stay away from my Nate. And Marilla kind of lets your hand go. 3 minutes.
Fuck you, hag. And I storm out.
Nate, you see Hephaesta storming out of the kitchen and straight down the stairs.
Yeah.
Clodagh, you had headed out. You just see Hephaesta storm past you and Una, cursing and calling Marilla awful, awful names under her breath. Una stops and kind of watches her, and then over her shoulder kind of just looks to the north. Can you just tell Fia and Quillo there's something I have to check on? And like Una just shakes her head and walks off in the opposite direction to Hephaesta. As you're kind of left standing there on your own, give me a perception check.
7.
You don't see it, but you just hear, shh, shh, shh. I think it's almost over. I think it's almost over.
Get out now.
And just Jess is shoved from around the corner of a wall.
What are you doing here?
I didn't want to come, but I said that there could be cupcakes left over. Squatting behind a barrel, you just see Ike like with a little hood on.
What are you doing here?
We were just playing. We were playing.
Okay, look. Stay here. I'll be right back.
But what if someone takes us in?
Fine. And she just grabs both of them by the hand. Let's go. And she walks back upstairs.
Like Ike is now resisting. Okay, anything but Marilla right now. Just we go. You can walk us right back to the pub, and we will stay there, and we will be good.
Okay, fine.
And you're going to lead them back towards the pub. Okay.
Can I open my gift?
Marilla comes back from the she just leaves. She's like, I'm not feeling that. And she just kind of sits down across from you, and she takes a kind of a sip from the Natini. You open it, and there is a jumper. Question mark? One of the sleeves is like way too short, and the other sleeve is way too long. And then the main body part of it is more like a crop top than anything else. Like it's just stops kind of like at your midriff, like just above your midriff. Your name is written on a little gift tag, and on the reverse side of it is the thermo jumper. This jumper grants the wearer resistance to cold and fire damage. The wearer also never feels too hot or too cold. And on the inside of it, there's a little tag sewn in that reads, property of Nathaniel Obsidian Whistlecoil McKnight. It's Bohemian.
It's Bohemian. Thank you, Marilla.
I'm really sorry.
No,
By the way.
it was a pleasant evening. Your mother seems here.
I really want to apologize for how this went. This is not how I thought this would go, and you came all this way and you made such lovely drinks and cupcakes and everything, and so I just want to apologize. I'm really
Oh my
sorry.
god, speaking of, is that guy okay?
It feels like there's something that's actually trying to claw its way out of me. I can't stop.
Yeah, he's about halfway through. Jeb, it's just a deep cleanse.
Yeah, hopefully you won't be as full of shit after.
Just please clean up after you're done.
I think I'm gonna take off. And she takes Cloda's gift. I'll go see where Cloda is. She seemed kind of upset, almost as if she was waiting for an apology. As always, Fia, it was a pleasure.
Safe home, Marilla.
No, please. And she kind of grips her copper rabbit. I'd like to see anybody try. And she just kind of gives you the nod, 8.
I'll see you later, Marilla.
You'll see me in half an hour. There's a curfew. And Marilla hops off the chair and she heads outside. The candles are kind of worn down to little nubs. They're still kind of bowls with food sitting in them, glasses with drinks.
I'm going to tidy up. You probably should go with your mom.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to have another drink, but
Well,
yeah, I can go.
you know, you're more than welcome to sit there and have another drink. I don't mean to be pushing you out. I just, you don't feel like you have to stay either.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you're okay. I know it's been
a lot. Again, I'm really sorry for how this went. It's not.
No, you've nothing to be sorry for.
Well, it's kind of my fault.
It's not your fault. Just because you tried doesn't mean it's your fault. There was a lot of other things that went in tonight that made it go the way it went. I know he's your brother, but he's an asshole. Hephaesta, was Hephaesta. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's not your fault.
I just wanted it to be something nice, and especially for my friends and for you, you've been through so much. I just wanted you to have a nice evening as well, and for everything just to be just like everyone getting to know each other,
There's a flash of green light. It's like a crack of lightning. The room is just lit up with it. And then there is a thunderous roar as the windows to Burbage and Sons are blown to pieces. Nate and Fia, you are sent flying as a shockwave ripples through the city of Tezrab. Cloda, you find yourself, Ike and Jess, cornered in an alleyway where one of the older abandoned houses has just crumbled, and you've kind of luckily avoided being crushed by the falling rubble. The alleyway is just completely blocked off. Jeb, the force from the shockwave, you just crack your head on the wall of the bathroom and you're knocked out as an explosion rips through the city of Tezrab and a torrent of green flames burns to the west. And we will leave the episode there. That's it for this week's episode. You were listening to Amber as Hephaesta, Sam as Nathaniel Obsidian McKnight, Louise as Fia, James as Kyle, and special guest Eilish as Clodagh Medamoon. A big thank you, as always, to Ghost of Red Mountain for our amazing theme song Haunted. Make sure you check out their YouTube channel. I'm Declan, your Dungeon Master. We're back in 2 weeks for another episode. Until then, why not check out our Discord server, D8 Dungeon? You can back the show for some sweet rewards on Patreon. Leave us a heartfelt review wherever you listen to your podcasts, or tweet us your thoughts and emotions at D8 Dungeon.
Tell me why I'm so alone when I know you're here with me.
This season, we are doing special shout outs to our supporters over on Patreon. If you'd like to get a special message from an NPC or a member of the cast, well, you know what to do. You can check us out on Patreon, searching Romancing the Dungeon.
Monica, listen. You need some motivation. You know what? Sometimes we all do, but that is in you, okay? Look, listen here, bitch, okay? You got this. You and your... You know what? Look, just tap into that rage, because I know it's inside you, all right? Look, we're all pissed off on the inside. Anyone who says they're not is a fucking liar, okay? So tap into that, set some shit on fire, break some fucking windows, kick some fucking ass, all right? Get out there and do the shit. I don't know what that shit is, but do it, okay? Yeah. Woo! Let's get wasted now.